When we are in an out-of-body experience, we always can go through objects and physical structures. Is that right? Not necessarily, not always. So let's see what are the conditions for this and why sometimes it's hard for us, for example, to go through a wall. Stay with me, we are going to go deeper on that. Hello, I'm Nancy Trivelato. It's very nice to have you here. Today we are going to discuss about one of the phenomena that we may experience when we are in an astral projection and what are the reasons for this, which is the fact that not always it's so easy for us to go through physical objects. There are a few points that we must understand because this may be just a conditioning, but may also be a real situation, or better saying, a situation that is produced by aspects that we may have in our non-physical body in that specific projection. There is one point that I must explain to you before anything else, which is when we are in an out-of-body experience, we can go through objects, structures, but only when they are denser than we are at the time. Therefore, if you are projected in your house, you can go through the wall you are seeing, which is the wall of your physical house. However, if you are in a non-physical community, if you are in a given dimension that you are further from this reality here, then the objects you see there, or even if you see a structure that would look like a house some way, you cannot go through that. Because at that moment, your non-physical body is at the same dimensional level as that structure. But we can go through, for example, the wall of our bedroom because we will be in the non-physical body whilst that is physical. So two different dimensions, and then they can penetrate each other. Therefore, in case you have a projection in which you cannot perform such an action as passing through a wall, we have to examine, number one, if our non-physical bodies is denser than it should be. Our non-physical bodies is connected to the physical one through an energetic interface, many times called just energy body. Now, this energetic interface may be, in some cases, with a larger proportion than ideal aggregated to our non-physical body, and therefore it becomes denser, heavier, which can cause many different effects when we are outside the body. And one of them is this one of becoming a little bit more sensitive to some of the physical structures. So you go and you try to pass through a wall, and you can. But while you are doing it, you kind of feel the superficial tension of the molecules there. So it's almost like we feel a buzz or we feel a certain resistance, and it may feel very strange to us because we know we are projected and we know we were not supposed to feel in that way. So that may trigger doubts, that may trigger some sort of confusion that in most cases end up lowering your lucidity. Another aspect that this will produce by the very case of conditioning and the psychological situation we face in that way is us doubting if we are able to pass through the wall. So suppose you get close to a wall and you say to yourself, okay, now I go, now I'll do it. Just because you are putting so much attention into that and you are focusing so much on the physical wall, it will produce a condition in which, in your mind, you get more in tune with the physical structure there. And again, you may sense it more clearly, or it may even become impossible for you to go through because you are conditioned and you are stopping yourself from doing that. Of course, all of these conditions are a result of how we see physical life. Nobody goes through a wall and hit the wall here in the physical life, of course. And you wouldn't either just stand in the middle of a road and say, okay, cars can come because they are not going to hit me. Of course, we don't do this here, but we can have this type of action when we are in an out-of-body experience. Therefore, breaking conditionings and being enlightened and experienced in how the non-physical life operates, it's big help. But when you have this situation in which you find it difficult, this sort of experience, such as going out of your bedroom, remember, try to release your energies to make your non-physical body lighter and to focus. I can do it. If you want to refer to some videos that explain more some of these situations that can happen when we are outside the body, take a look at a video I did about astral flight. I also have videos on how being denser outside the body with too much of these energies of the energetic interface can completely interfere with your capacity of doing actions out there. I wish this enlightened you about how the out-of-body experience works. If you learned anything from this video, please give me a thumbs up. Remember to share and subscribe if you are not subscribed. And I'll see you soon. Thank you very much for being with me up to here. Bye-bye.